Okay, we're going to learn how to install the Neutronics workshop on Ubuntu today. So I'm here on github.com Fusion Energy Neutronics workshop. This link will be in the description, and I'm just going to scroll down and I'm going to have a look at the installation instructions. So this video will be here, and there's going to be videos for Windows and Mac as well. There's 6 steps in total, and we're just going to work through them all. So the first stage is to install Docker Community Edition for whichever operating system you're on. So for Ubuntu. So I've clicked on that link, and it's quite a lot of text here, uninstalling old versions, and the bit that I'm interested in is installation methods. So I will bring up my terminal. Now I can do that in two ways. I can either type in terminal in the little search bar, which is accessible with the Windows key, or I can press Control Alt and T. Either one works. Now we're just going to highlight these commands, and then we're just going to press down on the middle mouse button to paste. And I need to put in my sudo password to get that working. And I'm just highlighting the next command and paste it in with the middle mouse button. And I'm just going to work through these commands. They're all described on the website. And in this case, I need to press yes to overwrite. You probably won't have to do that. And an echo command. And then I can do sudo apt-get update. And that's now allowing my apt-get install to know about Docker CE. So there we go. In my case, I think it was already installed, so that was pretty quick. So you should now be able to type Docker in the terminal and it will recognize the command. So I'm going to go back, and I am going to now do the step 2, which is Docker pull from the GitHub container registry Fusion Energy Neutronics workshop. So paste that in there and press enter. And in my case that was super quick because I've already downloaded it. And then I'm going to do Docker run with a -p command. That exposes the ports by which Jupyter Notebook connects from the Docker image to your computer. So I'm just going to paste that in there and run that. And as step 4 says, it will print out a lot of information, but the bit I'm really interested in is the last link here. So this URL starting with 127, which is my IP address. So in Ubuntu you can hold down Control and click on that, and it will launch like a link. So now we're running our Docker environment, which has OpenMC and DAG and the Paramac and all of the Python packages that we need, as well as gigabytes of nuclear data. So I'd like to check that it works, and you should check this before you come to the workshop. So I'm going to try task 5, and I'm just going to try stage 1. So to run these code blocks, you click on a code block and you hold shift and press enter. And some of them have video tutorials which explain a bit about the simulation. And I'm going to try the next code block, and I don't see any errors coming up. And then the next code block, I'm just running this to see if it runs without errors, so I'm not really reading them at the moment. So this came back with a simulation result. It looks like it worked. That's great, we've tested that. So I will close that down, and I will quit the Jupyter Notebook now. And that will give me my terminal back. If you can't quit like that, you can press Control and C, and a few times that should allow you to quit. Right, another stage, stage 5, is some of the tasks they need PowerView. So this needs to be installed, and for Ubuntu, the command is conveniently on the workshop Git page. So I will install PowerView, and then test that works by typing in PowerView, and that seems fine. The other thing I need to install is FreeCAD, so I will install FreeCAD with a similar command, and then I will just check that that works as well by typing in FreeCAD to the terminal. Okay. So this looks like it's working. Great, we'll make use of both PowerView and FreeCAD, and they're not within the container, they're on your local system. So that's the Ubuntu install done. There is just one gotcha, which you should look out for. Sometimes when you run docker run, it's necessary to put a sudo command in front of this. This just depends on how you've installed Docker, and if you've added Docker users to your sudoers group. And you might not have done so. You might have to put a sudo command and then enter your password just to run Docker. So, thanks very much. See you at the workshop.